Okay, game 2 is underway. Chris just put a with or without the help of a spectator that was wandering through the court at the time.
Without.
Ah, okay, yeah, that without. Robert's a little short with red. Black's pretty good. Giving blue lots of options, if it's still there. So we may be under a bit of threat here, and if yellow hits something and deflects in our direction. It didn't hit something, which is good. That's allowed Murray to chase it along the boundary. Okay, so an early hoop for blue. One held to Chris. 2. Malcolm got game 1, 7-4. The other semi. No idea what's happening behind us, other than Felix won the first game. Red up its position. Ladies are still battling away. Judging by the clips, we might be still in game 1. Possibly 6-4 to Allison. Okay, Black's taken a long shot at red and missed. And they may have just started game 2. The other match, no idea who won the first one. Yellow's just gone down to be the second row. And blue has a pretty big target of 2 balls and a hoop, but a possible slightly hammered backswing. Oh, excuse me. Well, negotiated the gap and has gone out to the boundary behind hoop 2. And we'll expect red to make this and tie the game up at 1-1 very quickly. And does. So, 2 hoops and 10 shots. Very efficient, but limited to no interaction. Right, that's made things very interesting down there on the boundary. Presumably they're all boundary balls, and that red and blue have been marked off, allowing black to come past. That's good as well. Yeah, same with blue and marking red off, ready for its shot. So yellow, which is not involved in all that, down on the boundary, it's taken a position deep. Blue has come slightly longer than he would have liked. Black could probably help that out a little bit. And red is coming to in front of the hoop, as well as I can tell from here. And black's options: clear red, just sit in front of the hoop, think happy thoughts. Promote blue. We can do a little tappy shot that puts both blue and black in between yellow and the hoop. It's just taken the first and most obvious option, which is to clear red. yellow has the option of clearing blue while running the hoop. Looks to me like he's going to try to run the hoop. Fails it. Blue does not look like a runner. It looks like it could jaws, possibly. Again, don't want to put too much pace on it though and bounce out. And he has jaws, so that's good. If Fred gets that blue out from there, he'll probably just about all give up and go home when we play Robert. No, he hasn't. Black's options. Doesn't really want to improve yellow's shot. The most marginal shot was yellow can get blue out at the moment. So he can put second runner in, or he can peel blue. If you're going to peel blue, you want to really smack this, because blue has nice up and down on the jaws, and you never peel as well as you run yourself. But he's taken the peeling option. So hit blue, peeled by partner black. For a 2-1 lead. Yellow first down to 4. So it's been rapid progress here at the start of this game. That's a good yellow. The ball that was peeled, just short of peg high. Shooting at yellow for 0-1, maybe a double of yellow and hoop. Can't see yellow from where I'm sitting, just filled in the way. It's missed. Blue has missed yellow and clattered into the hoop and spun around to the opposite side. So I suggest there was a double. Anytime I join the party, and hope black misses yellow, or it could actually block black on the boundary. They're only about a yard apart, so it looks like he's going to block black. He's hitting black. That's interesting. But black wasn't on the boundary. So we set black off about where it was, and cannoned red illegally past halfway. To 5, and it stopped between the peg and 5, closer to the peg. Hasn't denied black a shot at yellow, which is interesting. But if yellow runs, then red is not in front of the hoop, but nearer 5 than it would ordinarily be. Chris has got it. It's a nice shot that's hit yellow. So, it's nice Robert scoring the hoop, but it doesn't put yourself in a scoring position yet, because blue's on the wrong side of the hoop. Well, coming back in, we'll take a scoring position, looking to maybe wire or black. Chris has got the teapot stance going for a while, I think. Besides, let's just put the blue. Relying on black to hit yellow. Blue. In the meantime, Robert could also take blue out with red. Let's go. yellow to a wide spot. Looks like he's got try to 50 each way and maybe didn't get any change. Red's a runner, blue's a runner, yellow may not be a runner anymore and maybe a better target for black. I don't think it was a failed shot, it's just black's missed.
Yeah.
I'm telling you what, you probably told it a bit, which means that you done something and gone off air. So we're back. If that's the case. The contesting hoop 5 big. Oh, and blue has attempted to run the hoop and stuck itself on a leg, giving red a relatively easy in-off for the 3-2 lead. So, the in-off, it's meant to do that without moving the blue. So Robert takes the lead 3. Phil was 2-0 up against Malcolm. He's 3-0 up now. Game 2. Both of them games 1. It's not a bad black by Chris, but not really impacting the play. And the blue appears to be stuck on the leg, not doing much at all. So I suspect yellow's just going to come in and let red deal with black.
Mike inside your shirt, they're getting a lot of wind noise.
Getting some wind. Okay. No worries. Okay. So yellow can get come in. We're just going to turn this mic around the other way and see if that makes a difference to the sound of the breeze. There is a little bit more. Oh. Right, so blue managed to get itself free. Red is now cleared black as predicted, but has bounced and gone into the jaws of the hoop, which is an unexpected bonus. Black can get red out, but yellow still remains the runner if that's the case. It was gone on yellow instead and missed. Now, yellow may choose here to peel red using the left-hand side of the red ball and the left-hand upright to deflect yellow live to hoop 7. And nope, just took the easy peel. So you have a red ball near the front of the hoop, blue the boundary behind the hoop, black coming in. Excuse me. And now yellow coming in. Not too phased about where blue is. Just put a runner in. So the other games around the place, Felix 1-1, no idea what's happening in the second. Don't know what happened in the first game between Kevin and Peter. Chris has tried to make the hoop from the boundary and has failed. Just starting to get away from it a little bit now. So Robert's red is probably going to clear black. He's just having a look up and get yellow's line of the hoop. Yep, so red clearing black. Just be careful of where he puts his feet. He's cleared black and set red legally down towards the next hoop. So black needs a hit. And misses. Not by much. But yeah, he's beginning to get away from Chris the second game. Phil is doing a much better job on the second game against Malcolm. Oh, we've got a yellow navigating its way through the secondary balls to a good position down near the hoop. 5-2. Robert's all starting to happen in a hurry here. With yellow having run to almost the front of hoop 8 and red already legally down there, hanging around a few yards away. But I think we have Phil leading 3-1 in game 2 after losing the first. Ladies finals 7-6 to Allison in the first, I believe. And I have no idea who won the first and the other one. Chris has come down to a defensive position. Not 100% sure that's really helping. But anyway, saves you being hit straight away. Robert's promoted yellow slightly deeper into straighter position and also gives him a second runner in red if needed. Chris's black's coming in and pace off. Trying, well, for a bit of long distance jawsing maybe, but no, it's just drifted past. Yellow runs. For a 6-2 lead. And it's the game finished on the lawn behind us, and Felix is taking pot shots at me.
Up for you.
Chris, first ball across. It's going a bit long. It's probably not a runner, it's probably jaws at best. And red will go immediately deep. Thought he might have actually gone to the boundary, but he just thinks he doesn't need to. Couple of yards in. things are starting to get a bit desperate for Chris. He has to win every hoop. I'd be surprised if he does anything other than put black in front of the hoop and then try to work some options from there. Hopefully Phil's not going to come lurching backwards when he plays that shot. Oh, he was thinking about it. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Oh, it's here. Kevin.
Yellow doesn't feel the need to hit anything in this situation. Just bring another ball in. As long as it doesn't get in red's way, which it hasn't. Malcolm's got another hoop to make it 3-2 to Phil. And also has the better of the runners at hoop 6 at the moment. Yeah. So Chris has got a chance here to give Red Bulls a cuddle. She's trying, and he might have just missed it. Looking a bit disappointed, even though it looked great from where I'm sitting. I think it's a bit of an optical illusion. And red clears black relatively easily. Needs to do something about yellow, because yellow's going to have a smack at the hoop to win the game. So over on the ladies' lawn, there's a lot of red clips out, which is bad news for Helen, who is blue and black. It looks like maybe 6-1 possibly over there in what would be game 2. So Pamela would be 6-1 up in game 2. The other ladies have both vanished. I thought that was game 1 that we finished. Maybe that was the second game. So black taking the long shots has missed. The long clearing for Chris in this game has been 2 out of 10. Yellow now. And we're going to attempt this hoop for the game and the match. And gets it. That's the semi-final. was just a 31-minute game. Chris took it up to him in game 1 and at the very, very beginning of game 2, but Robert had all the answers, as he often does. And we can turn our attention to the secondary game. Contesting hoop 6. With 3-2 lead to Phil after Malcolm won game 1. Me, turning me off for a while. Okay, so hopefully back on air. Game 2, semi-final, playing the secondary balls. Malcolm has won the first game and he's 2-3 down against Phil. I've been contesting hoop 6 for a little while. Malcolm has built himself back into the game as Phil was 3-0 up. Now the game's obviously finished. Robert winning in 2. Chris, serious challenge in game 1, but not so much in game 2. Lady Lawn. The absent women have now turned up, so that probably was game 1. That went 7-6 to ours. We could pick up on croquet scores and see what's going on. Things we're not doing any counting analysis at the moment. Sorry, Gary, that I sound a bit nasally. I do have a cold. While I mess around with getting croquet scores up, I'll just have a bit of a look around. Weather is still quite friendly. Probably don't want the men's singles, do I? I want the ladies. So nothing near the front of the hoop anymore. And we continue a bit longer in the fight for hoop 6. Yep, so that was game 1 between Alison and Gabby, and it was 7-6 to Alison, so game 2 is on now. Looking like contesting hoop 3 at 1 all. So, I'm on here. It's not talking to you, Chris, it's not all about you. Yeah, that's right, you eat more snakes. Well, no, they're all broken in half, I don't know why. Suicidal snakes. Okay, you take a full one. I think Pamela could be 6-2 up. Pamela won game 1 7-3, and she could well be 6-2 up in the second game, so that's looking a bit tough for Helen. Over behind us on the other lawn, which I don't have a rotating head that goes right around that far, Fran, continuing her recent run of form, had a 7-6 win over Joyce. So they'll be playing game 2 there somewhere. Sue Sellers, I think, was also playing out there against Karen Bisley. It was 7-3 to Sue in game 1. Back here we've got Malcolm shooting back in. Phil having 2 balls in position at hoop 6. What else have we got around the place? We've got men's challenge games. They're shooting balls at me for most of the previous match. Felix did win the first game in his match. Just trying to find some scores. You probably can see them better than me. That's the challenge KO. So Felix played Kevin. I was totally wrong. So Felix beat Kevin in 2. And Peter Freer beat Greg Berry in the first. Gary's baiting me about Facebook jokes, so I won't tell any. So we're still contesting hoop 6. Phil has been generally in position and defending position, which he's still doing. Malcolm now has a chance to clear out the better place to Phil's balls, the white, and does. So Phil now seems to consider where I'm going to put this ball coming back in. Whether he can manipulate things around a little bit or not. And Phil coming back with white. A bit of a stabby action where he doesn't come out straight, just follows through, and it's kind of steered white to position. It doesn't look too bad though. It's got Team Tasmania plus 2 West Australians, Janine and Jennifer in his corner. Malcolm's picked off the pink one. So the battle continues at hoop 6. Helen's stringing that game out there against Pamela. She's got another hoop. Maybe his comeback is on. I think. Oh, she's just got another hoop. Back to 6-4. So Black's from the hoop from the previous hoop, basically. 21 yard shot. Right, so Phil, once again, bringing back the second runner. Malcolm once again looking to get rid of the runners. Unless you'd like to try and break the pattern and run the hoop. Green is probably just on the halfway line between 6 and 7. He does have a shot at the hoop and fails. So we've been one to make. Oh, the wicket spin. Phil looking to take a 4-2 lead. Has done so. It's a smattering of applause from the Tasmanian.
It's a long way away, though.
Tasmania is, yeah. Although, might be floating closer with all the rain they've had. So Green already pretty much on the halfway line, just has a little tap to take position in front of hoop 7. Has more or less done that, a tiny bit past the face, but that's probably okay. Just that lengthen any shots at it. Pink is shooting anyway, and hits. Got Green right into the corner. It's actually hit the corner flag. Well, it won't face Brown. Brown will just come in the front. Back Green to hit Pink. Once again, the ball's just drifted a little long. Phil's having a bit of a think and a bit of a walk, and a think and a walk. Looking at the angles. Quite shrewd why he's looking there. Everybody has their own way of deciding things. Pamela has just won the game against Helen over there, so Phil has hit again. Green coming from the corner spot, just to position it in front of the hoop. Must like that spot. Looks about 3 in a row there. Pink can hit that, or can just take position. I don't think he's going to try and shoot the hoop. Could just about position Pink where Brown can't see it through Green, and then because White is so close to the boundary, Brown would have to block or come up with some other plan. Yeah, Pink is positioning. I don't know if he took too much care about hiding it behind Green, or he's slapping himself, so maybe he was. Peter Freer and Greg coming on behind us.
Right, sounds Peter Freer cursing.
Yes, he's standing right behind you now, he's cursing you. So Malcolm did hit. Only got the edge of Pink, but that might have been his intention, because Pink may have gone to a position where It's wide from green if green wants to do other stuff. White's hit green. And vanished up the lawn a bit, so green can come back. And there will be somewhere in front of the hoop where green can go where neither white nor pink can see it. If that is important to him. It's gone to a position where pink may not be able to see it, but white probably can. And Phil's having a good look. Hopefully that's not coming off his long run to play the wrong ball. Yeah, he's just been told it's pink to play. Well, he's going to have a look at white again while he's there. So pink obviously thought he could see green. Had a ping at it. Missed.
Where does his foot go?
Down to the boundary. So I think white can see green. But by then, of course, there'll be a second ball in, which is coming in at pace. People send me text messages and try and get me in trouble. So white's trying to he has nicked enough of it to get it away. Deflected himself to the boundary, almost right behind the 7 yards out. So green, I don't think he's going to do anything too funky. He's just going to put green back in front. Try to wear Phil down. It's be something very deceptive because that green's gone back to the same spot again where it's been quite a few times. Apparently I don't need help to get myself in trouble, that's handy. So, white on the boundary is a runner or a clearer of green. So does pink feel it needs to hit green? Looks like it does. And nicks it. So he's got himself out of the picture again with pink. Brown will come in.
Still saw him. And
Has he? Okay, so Brown's come in. And that's left white with a pretty big double of hoop and brown. We don't do those for a while. Yeah. So Phil's 4-2 up. Game down. Yep, and gets this one here. It'll be interesting. He's gone for it, and it looked like it was a double, but it looked like he went for hoop rather than ball, and he bounced off the leg, did a little dance. So Phil's pink is a long way away. Let's go with about 24 yards. So he needs to hit brown. The green could have doubled up just in case it got hit, but he's decided to block white from the next hoop. So banking it all on pink missing brown, brown runs hoop, and white can't get to the next hoop because green is in the way. And then making it a one ball versus one ball battle, at least for a while. Giving it a good look. Oh, must have gone through between the hoop and brown. So, brown should make the hoop. This is really all about where brown goes. Probably not as far up as he liked. Still, hoop made. 4-3 to fill. White can't get to the hoop. Green blocking it. Just to go around green, because certainly doesn't want to promote green up the line. Or he could, of course, keep the stymie going. And that becomes pink versus brown on their own. It looks like he's just going to go on the inside of it, out into the lawn, and get distance, which he's done. That's actually not a bad result. Green will come up close to the hoop, I would imagine. And it has. And I suspect that brown will be thinking about clobbering white. So, Phil's pink. Probably once again has an enormous shot at a double of green and hoop. And he's not come up with any pace. And it's going to drift past. So it's up there in the fight, but it's probably ineffective. And brown is going to hit white. So he's looking here to get white to a spot that's wired from green. And maybe brown legally towards the next hoop. Didn't quite get that. That's good enough.
Okay, mate. See where it went out. Yeah. It's open.
So white needs to hit green. Otherwise we'll be all level. Oh, it's close again. 5 misses. Four all. Oh, and a ball through the next game. Paul's just having a drinks break. So is Malcolm. Four all on Phil. That'll be first to 9. To a relatively standard position and hit it too hard. That's where Chris went in both of his shots to that hoop. So a bit hard and a bit too close, making it not a runner, possibly a jawser, but that will be quite an effort too from there, I think. And standard response is for the next ball to go in front of the hoop, near the boundary or on the boundary. If you go to the boundary, can't be hit. If you go near the boundary, you can be hit or blocked, but it's a tricky shot. So you might as well give yourself a 5-yard hoop rather than a 7-yard one. Let's see if he can correct this. He makes it further away. He's still got a bit of pace on it. And he's still going to go a little bit further back, but probably not enough to be a guaranteed run. Better jaws. This might bring Malcolm in so that he gives Phil something to hit other than Brown. Hang a bit of bait out there and see if we can get Phil to tug it in. It's not fall for that. It's going to put pink in front. Body language indicates it went further than he would have liked. But it must be close enough that Malcolm's got to get out and have a good look at it. And then come off his long run. Hard to tell whether he's clearing pink or running at the hoop. I suspect he's having a run at the hoop. Well, it's clearing pink. Alright, well let's change the dynamics a little bit. So white now feels it needs to hit green. And doesn't do a very good job of that. Nicked green. Probably trying a bit too hard to hit green distance away, and forgot that it's more important than where you put your own ball. This allows Malcolm pretty much to decide exactly where he wants green to be and put it there. He's actually coming back closer to white than I would have thought, even though he's still a reasonable distance away. Well, there's plenty of room to put brown into between green and the hoop. And pink is up the other end of the lawn. 23, 24 yard hit to position. Daddy's hitting green. Well, he could. Kick to the boundary wouldn't really be too bad. Oh, and that's a disaster. The pink clattered into the back of the hoop. Best you can hope for there is that it's actually tappable through to the other side, but Malcolm should have a trap set for that. It's having a good look. Both having a good look. Where can pink get to when it comes through, assuming it doesn't get faulted or something like that? Still having a good look. Hopefully he is remembering it's white to play and he's not not overthinking this with pink. No, that's encouraging. I don't know exactly what Malcolm's got planned here. I thought he put Brown a bit more of a runner position than as clearer. So maybe he's just thinking, oh well, if pink has gone there, I will hit pink with green. If I go through, I go through, and if I don't, then brown will run the hoop after that. Yeah, so bringing white in is probably not a bad idea because see what evolves, and he's actually managed to block that brown. He's got into its backswing. He may even have managed to block green at something as well. And green now won't want to hit white because it can move brown as a result of that. Maybe just take better position. Maybe sit to the side a little bit, ready for the clearance. Or maybe we'll just make a big mess of things and have a little cluster of balls all close together and look disappointed. Yeah, that's not great because I think pink can now tap through and brown probably can't do anything about it.
26.
I'm not surprised that green went so softly. Anyway, what we don't want to see is pink go too hard and end up down too close to the ball. It's gone a little bit harder than I would have thought. I think that's a disaster. So brown might have to get himself out of this pickle by hitting white here and freeing up green. Sure. Okay. Once again, though, I think brown might have wanted to hit white just a tiny bit harder there. Thank you.
Can't get in now.
So white is not going to be able to do a whole lot here. And what needs to be thinking about more about what green is trying to achieve here. Perhaps just don't do anything and leave green to sort his own mess out. That's what he's done. It's decided to deem it. I don't think green is going to do anything about pink running his hoop. But can it play this shot so that green hits white and sends brown maybe halfway up the line? That's probably the best outcome we try to get here. You may even be able to do this by hitting green into left of centre, or white getting green and brown up the line. Yes, something like that. And if Pink's got a sense of humour, he won't make the hoop. Certainly wouldn't want to jaws it because Brown could get it out. But, oh no, he's right. Once you commit yourself to running it, you've got to get it up the other end because you're allowing brown and green to get first to next fairly easily. I'm wondering if there was merit in putting pink in front of the hoop but tighter in so brown couldn't clear it. Brown's hung back a little bit. It's 5-4 lead to Phil. So Pamela won the ladies semi-final, waiting for an opponent. Most likely Alison at the moment, but still a bit of action happening there. It's a good white, but it's just going to drift left and along. It's not a runner. We need a good green across there to make something happen, and that looks too hard. Although it does seem a little uphill from where I'm sitting, and that seems to have been what's happened. Green's under a screeching halt. We probably need pink hit from brown here. He's missed. So green's a good runner. He could also run with brown, but he could also claw white away and let green do the running. And he's gone for it with brown and got a pretty good result in the end, with brown having jaws. If brown had bounced back or bounced out, that could have been quite disastrous. Good result. I'm not 100% sure we've taken the risk on that. Well, listen, what's white's plan here? So, if white's not getting brown out, which it wasn't, pink has to get brown out. So hitting green somewhere near pink doesn't seem to have made a whole lot of sense. Unless, and now they're looking at it, brown isn't actually jaws and brown's on the left hand upright. That would make a little more sense. Yeah, it keeps looking at it like he is on the left hand upright. It's very deceptive. So what could possibly go wrong for green? We certainly don't want to fire at white and miss. Coming in, it's probably the most likely shot. Trying to do anything sneaky like gently tap brown and somehow nestle green in there is fraught with danger. Could end up with a ball on each leg. Something that's in position that's no good to you. On balance, you want to get something that's if you're worried about a jump shot, you could put green where it's in white's swing. No idea what that's all about, unless brown is a runner. Really need a roving reporter. So pink's looking at a spot where it's basically a jump. So tend to indicate that brown isn't scoring. So one way or the other, the course of action is a little baffling. Either no point pink going where it wants to go if brown's a runner, and if it's not a runner, then why did green go where it did? Well, that's too hard anyway. Oh, he's promoting white. Oh. Okay. Well, I'm not quite sure that's worked. Green, if brown's not a runner, which now it does, it once again appears it isn't, then pink isn't going to be jumping anything, and white has a harder jump shot than it would have had before. And he's just tapped it and it's just nestled. And it is white to play, and he's hanging around pink like he thinks it might be pink to play. Yep. Yeah, he's having a look here at what can you do to brown off of the right hand upright. That's quite dangerous here. If he's messed up his jump shot position, then just smacking this could end up peeling brown through. He's got it out. At the cost of white being on the wrong side of the hoop. So green's come in and protected brown from pink. Which allows pink to have a shot at the hoop. It's not a great shot, but it's worth, when you're already in front, it's probably worth trying to go to 6-4 up. No. Okay, so we're not doing that. So we're hitting something, or we're going to a spot where, yeah, no, we're hitting something. Okay. Didn't hit the center. Cut himself away to the boundary and has given green a chance to defend and brown a chance to wire. Deceptive from where we are as to whether that's wide or not. Doesn't look too phased, so I think maybe that's open. It's just been coming across the ball a bit. Oh, he's got that one though. Oh, green will come in, isn't it? So white's got green covered, but one would think it's not going to be there because brown will have hit that first. So pink can just come in, or it could hit green. It's taking a bit of relief. It's hitting green. Just. Okay. It's a good result where pink went. It's not such a good result where green went. But brown's going just to be a runner. Much as white would like to run the hoop with pink sitting where it is, it's more important to get brown. He does hit brown. Okay, so green is just going to put a lot of pressure on pink here by just going right in front. Yeah, pink, you better do something about this because brown is clobbering white to the far end of the lawn, far side of the lawn, and maybe trying to get over towards hoop 11 as well in the same shot. Saw Robert do one earlier today, so if you can centre ball that with a little bit of spin, the brown will tractor across a little bit, maybe get over towards 11. So wants to move green to deny brown that line of play. He's missed. And Brown's not even thinking about it. That's the plan, and we're sticking to it. So first thing is to get white well away. Second thing is to get a bit of spin on brown when you do it. Hope to get, there we go. Get brown to bounce the tractor across towards 11. Couldn't have asked for a better result, really. The annoying thing about this is when you're in that plane, it comes together as white then hits green. It's a very tinny sounding aeroplane going over the top of us. I hope that engine keeps going. Okay, yeah, I don't know if I brought white in as well, just for the hell of it. And white's missed. The players said the Egyptians bring balls in, so that's what they do, regardless of where it is. Yeah. 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 Okay, so green's run hoop, 5-all. And brown in a reasonably good position to either take a very, very strong position or even attempt to run the hoop. So a slight shift in momentum towards Malcolm. We've got Greg sneaking up on the shot here behind us. Just popping it in the jaws. So Greg and Peter are playing game 2 of their challenge semi-final. Right, no, ineffective really. Pink's come in with a bit too much pace, and it's hanging around if things fall its way, but it's not doing anything important in hurry. Brown is having a ping out though. And rejecting a long way away. So maybe pink is not so bad now. All the same, you want to wave one in front of the hoop so you can give yourself plenty of options. Just take it pace off that, but still feels long. It's probably not too bad. And pink could bunt it back in a little bit if I wanted to. Green's coming in from, oh, bloody hell. Well, he wasn't holding back on that. But he missed. Okay, so we've got Brown bounced off the hoop and ended up over between boundary and hoop 2. Hoop 11 high. Green missed hoop completely and was way down here, so he has done the relatively obvious bunt. putting white in a slightly better running position, and pink also a runner as insurance, possibly with a block. So brown needs to hit white, or both of them. And misses. Oh, hits the far hoop 3 and stays hanging around in the lawn, which is probably not going to affect it, what happens from here on in, but it's not a bad outcome to be there rather than all the way out on the boundary. So white for the 6-5 lead, makes it. A reasonable position. Ooh. Okay. Alright, so green was offside, and it's been directed back to the penalty point. When are you going to tell me? We've got 2,000 listeners? No?
6-5.
Yes. 6-5 to pink and white. Is that your right way around?
Steven Spielberg's on the phone for you.
Yeah, I bet. Although, no. Horror movie, probably. That's a nice green. So, you'd like to think white's heading green, but it is a pretty well placed ball. It's a bit scary there. Just throw the pink down into a good position. Looking at it like it's going to do something nasty, but it's gone past the hoop and turned towards us. So brown will come in with hopefully being a runner, maybe jagging a wire. No, not from pink. Nope. So hanging back a little bit. So white's now looking at us line at green. Probably doesn't want to take pace off because it'll turn towards us. Pace on any centre ball brings peeling green into play, which would be terrible. Although unlikely. Oof. Alright, well, we got green away, but he's dragged his white well down, so certainly wouldn't rather be green and brown here than anything in white. Got a little bit of a cluster of people halfway up the hill having a chat. Judging by the hand mannerisms, one of them is Shane Downey, so hopefully he's alright and he's not going to fall over again today. Some very nice Croquet Queensland signs along the fence there. It says play croquet here. I'm not quite sure who that's appealing to because we're already croquet players. I think I might have them on the roadside if it was possible. Anyway, maybe things get stolen around here.
Brand new day.
Okay, so pink has gently moved the green away. There's a smattering of applause, but I can't imagine it's for that shot. Well, it might be a Gabby win over Allison for a third game, I think. Okay, so Brown's got to look at the hoop. Rejects. If you're going to reject, that's a good place to reject too. Peter Freer peering up the black pipe off the boundary here. I don't think I'd be doing that around here in case it came down. Something worse popped out. Okay, White's tried to come in and interact and has crashed to the back of the hoop and stopped in a fairly disastrous position. Oh, green clears pink to a spot where pink probably can't see brown through white and the hoop, but all the same, I think the pink needs to get told off. I think the pink is going to have to hit white here, because if it doesn't, he's going to be stuffed for hoop 13. That's a technical coaching term, stuffed. Yeah, certainly don't want to be white there. Brown runs out hoop without moving it. So I think this is worth pink hitting white, hoping to take out brown on it. But he's tried to do that, I think, and missed. So that relatively innocuous shot with white that's ended up there might actually cost him the game. Malcolm's just having a look to see.
He wants to nurse that one through, doesn't he?
Absolutely, because you want to keep white there. Want to keep white there, yep. Yep. But when you nurse it through, though, you don't want to nurse it through so softly that you end up somewhere horrible as well. Just enough to make the hoop. Ooh, okay.
Well, nursed it.
Well, yeah, that's some pretty severe child management, that nursing. But anyway. Okay, so Brown has made the hoop, 6-all. White got himself into a lot of trouble. He's up against the leg. Malcolm's called the referee to watch White's shot. One referee's marked the ball. So Phil's looking to get White up the other end of the lawn as close to 13 as possible without faulting. How are we going to do that? How about we smack it into the peg or smack it into the next two pop? All right. We just go pace off and end up over there. So it's green, it's deep, very deep, almost on the boundary. So I think pink needs to generate some pressure, so we'll probably need pink a couple of yards out, as close to dead in front as you can get. Let's pace off to try and do that. It's looking like it's struggling, but it will crash into the back of that hoop as well. Chatting to Phil yesterday about how he got lucky against Torben quite a few times, but he played the shots that gave him a chance to get lucky. But here he's got unlucky. But maybe, just maybe, he's played a couple of shots that increased his chances of getting unlucky. So brown's good. If pink can see it, might be worth leaving it there, but more than likely you need to hit it with white. Which he has. So first defensive position done. Will Malcolm go gung-ho at the hoop for the win, or will he play this to position? He probably can't play it to position if he leaves it open to pink.
Here.
Might be worth going medium pace, so you're not out of the fight if you miss the hoop, but why not? Or we could just hit it hard. I missed the hoop completely, and that's probably let the pressure right off. Yeah, I'm wondering if green could have just come in a couple of yards or gone softish at the hoop, so that if it went through, it's great, and if it doesn't, it's jaws and has to be dealt with, or it's hanging around the pink, or something other than this shot has to be played. It's probably important to know exactly where green is now. I suspect green can't see pink, so brown will have to hit pink. Which is not a lot on if you don't do that. And if pink is deceptive and isn't as in front as we think it is, white can of course tidy that up. So brown hitting pink, I think it's the only shot here, surely. And brown hits pink.
So it works good.
I might have to get Murray's attention because something's beeping at him here. Maybe he's about to lose power or something.
Fine.
Is that supposed to be beeping? Was somebody sending a message or?
We just don't plug the power.
Oh, okay.
I have to remember how to do it. I haven't done it for a few days.
Yeah. Okay, so he's not happy with his white. He doesn't look horrible, but he's indicating that he's gone too far.
You go first.
Why has he gone too far? He's given brown a shot at it, but pink will deal with that first. Maybe green can see it. Green's going to come through it to the back boundary. That's bouncing all over the place. We saw that in the game earlier. Every time they bounced, they missed. And that one bounced a lot. So, plan of action. Don't miss brown if you shoot at it. That's the first one. So perhaps we don't shoot at it. Yeah, so perhaps we do this. Pink doubles up through the line of white so that maybe we get a bunt and white ends up wide from brown. But it looks like he's coming inside white and just to be a runner, and he's got everything a bit cute and cozy there. Well, it's a double. It's a double where if brown aims at the gap though, it just looks like wide enough that you could actually put that through there. Anyway, he's picked off the white and nibbled the pink. He's put white very close to green, which is probably not ideal. If green's on the boundary, which it should be, white can't hit it, but white could block green fairly comfortably down there on the boundary and give green no shot. So what is your best shot? Is a 1 yard tap to the front of green your best shot, or is taking on the hoop from 7 yards your best shot, or is doubling up with a 6 yard positioning shot your best shot? I'm liking the 1 yard block on green myself, but he's taking on the hoop and he's got it. Well, that solves that problem. So that's a game. It means that we'll be going to a third one.
It's 1-1.
Get a new mute to me, please.